Hello, and welcome to Film Slam Stream's post-film conversation for The Delivery. My name is Eric Siler, and I'm a professor of film, media arts, and communications, as well as moderator for this conversation. We are very pleased to be joined by the director of The Delivery, Doğuş Özokutan. Doğuş is from Cyprus, and she has directed films that deal with the notion of choice versus fate. Her films have been accepted in prestigious film festivals such as Toronto, Leeds, Short Shorts Asia, and recently, and now the Cleveland International Film Festival. She attended Festival on Strategisch Kathleen McGuinness script and film development training and completed works and production workshops in Cyprus as well too. Her short, The Delivery, is a short that has been screened at other festivals around the world. And we're pleased to be joined today by the director of the Delivery, Doğuş Özokutan. Hello, Doğuş, and welcome.
Hi, Eric. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's so great to have you here and so great to have this film here. I know you shot this film in Cyprus, and Cyprus is a small island. So how were you able to, how were you able to do this film with on a small island? How were you able to find talent? Did you fly people in from other parts of the world? How did you get this done?
Yes, it's a small island, and we don't have that much big cinema sector here, industry here. So we had our DOP from Holland, and the rest of the crew was from here. We didn't have that much of a budget, so we were a small team with a really low budget, and actually we did. As the director, for example, I made the makeup and I find the costumes. So it wasn't like a big crew that we shared our own each thing to do, but rather than that, we did. Everyone did everything.
I see. So how long did it take for you? How many days of filming did you do?
4 days, actually 3 days and a night.
Okay, interesting. Well, yeah, a majority of it took place at night, so
yeah,
so this for quite a few nights. Well, good. So the idea was very interesting. Is this partially based on a true story, or how did you come up with this idea?
Unfortunately, the film is based on several true stories. I interviewed so many refugees who had been through this escape route, let's say, and I collected their stories and tried to merge it. So, and also I watched so many footages and some documentaries too, which were so sad. It's really a tragedy happening. So yes, it's not a true story by itself, but it is based on like several true stories.
I see. So this could have taken place anywhere. You weren't specifically focusing on Cyprus or any other country.
So correct. That's so correct.
Okay, right. Now, yeah, so so that's the issue, but not only the plight of refugees, but just a whole point of human trafficking. That's a big issue as well too.
That's true.
So you wanted to bring about that awareness as well too in this film?
Yes, exactly. And actually, in the basis of everything, in the basis of story, what I wanted to tell was, what I wanted to draw attention was the choices that we make. So let's say in this film, the driver knows that this is not a like good idea to put these people in this track. They may die, and there really in real life there are so many stories that so many people died in that kind of trucks. So he knows that this is not a good idea, but he needs money for his daughter's cure, and he believes that this is the only way to find the money. But for example, his wife says that he doesn't have to do that, and there are some other ways to go. So the things that we see as a catastrophe, as a tragedy, or like these like evil things, let's say, if there is an evil, these evil things happening is not being done by a single evil person. These things are possible because of like so many normal people chooses to do so little, like, let's say, harmful things, because they believe that this is because, like, it's not like that they are evil people or they are bad people. They are normal people, maybe they are good people, but they believe that this is the only way to go. They have to do this harmful thing because there is no other way to go. So this was the main idea.
Interesting. Well, one thing that came up in the film, and I just want to get you to explain this a little bit. Yusuf, he couldn't stop the truck, but the boy in the back of the truck was, needed to get out. So if he stopped the truck, maybe his own child could die. If he doesn't stop the truck, then the boy in the back could die. That was an interesting dynamic there. So what were you trying to achieve in that little scenario there?
Yes, it's a pressure, of course. Actually, the thing is that what I tried to say was, like, in the morning, we know that his daughter didn't die, and we know that the boy didn't die either. So what I was trying to say was that, I mean, yes, he believes that if he stops, then he couldn't take the money and his daughter dies. But is it really true? And in the end, we see that no, it's not really true, because, like his wife said, there is time. I mean, it's not going to happen in the morning. His daughter is not going to die in the morning. They may try some other ways to go. So this is why I put it there. I wanted us to feel the pressure of Yusuf, the driver's point of view, but also in the end, if we see, I mean, if we look from the end to the whole story, we see that there is no such pressure. The pressure is in his head, actually. And also, in the end, we see that because he stopped, all these people didn't die. I mean, his stopping saved all of them, not just the kid, because lots of people who's trying to escape with the boats die in the way. And it's also a dilemma there. They're running away to a better life, but they're dying in the way. So this is also like dilemma that I wanted to show, because when I interviewed the people, I also interviewed the people who drive these people who say they help these people, because these people who take the money from the refugees name themselves as helpers of these people. But are they really helping these people? Let's say if they even didn't get the money from them, are they really helping them, putting those people in the boats? So, like, in the really basics of it, the main thing is that the main problem is, let's say, wars. What makes people need to run away? So, like, in the surface, there are things, but in deep down, the things are different. At least that's how I see the world.
Interesting. I just want to let everyone know we're talking to the director of the delivery. If you have questions, please put them in the Q&A portal and we'll get to them as time allows. And I see we have one question, and someone wants to know what happened at the end. Does Yusuf continue to drive people? So.
No, he's not, because this is a curse, I think. Lots of people can relate to that. So if you're a nice person, when you try to do something harmful, it always, like, I don't know how, but this is what I observe all the time. Like, if you don't have this, I mean, if you're a nice person trying to do bad things, mostly it will turn out like bad. You won't be able to do it at all. So he sees that that he's not capable to do these kind of things, and he stops. But now he has more problems. Like in the beginning of the night, he has one problem. In the morning, he has like 15 problems because now he has a daughter which needs to be cured, and also he has these people that he doesn't know what to do with.
Okay, interesting. All right, we have another question is, are you considering making a sequel to this, showing what happened with Yusuf and his daughter?
I didn't think about that. It's a nice question. No, I didn't think about it, but yes, it's a nice idea. True.
Yeah, I would be interested too, especially I want to know what his wife or his partner says about this.
Right,
She didn't want him to
right,
do it too,
right.
as well. Interesting. Yeah, so it's good something to think about. Some good
Yes.
questions. Keep them coming in. Well, one thing that you mentioned a moment ago was that how you interview people in preparation for this. So tell us a little bit about the research that you did to prepare for this film.
Um, Actually, I also do documentaries too,
Mhm.
and like journalistic documentaries too, and also I also work as a journalist too. So everything started with like 6 people washed on shores of Cyprus like a few years ago, and it really hit me hard. I was so upset, and I wanted to like there are some people washed on shores like that, and there are some alive people. So I wanted to help them in a way. I mean, I didn't know what to do. So there are some refugee associations. So I went there and tried to help, and I wanted to learn about what's happening to them because, like, some of them are taken into custody because it is also a crime.
Mhm.
So how they are getting behaved and what is happening to them when they survive. So it all started in like I guess 3 or 4 years ago. Like I started to like search about them, and I managed to reach some of them because the association doesn't let you to like directly go to them in the beginning, because they didn't want to, they didn't want to put those people into risk too. So I managed to like speak to few, and then I have met some more people during my studies because there are some Syrian refugees also managed to, like put their bags life together and started to university. And I had a friend, Laura Albasha, which is also acts in the film. She's the woman who, shouts Arabic, say stop, there's the people dead here. And also she's the executive producer because she helped a lot. So she really helped me a lot. She told her story. Uh, Also, I have seen. I really recommend if it is. It is a difficult documentary to watch, but for Sama, there's a documentary called For Sama. But I really have to warn you, and I don't know if there's an age limit because it is really hardcore. Like you see that people, you see things happening. If it is right for your age and right for your like mental health, this documentary really I've seen like the what's happening in the country from there. So yes, I interviewed people, but also when you do that, you try to be really responsible and careful because it is a really sensitive issue. It is really traumatic what's happening to them. So yes, then I wrote something down, and I mainly go to Laura Albasha, my executive producer, to ask for her help because she tried to escape 3 times. So she had this journey 3 times in different places to Greece and from Turkey. Some once by walking, once by a truck. So she had been through. So she really helped me. So yes, this was the process. So I wrote something down, and I also asked for help after that. So then we finished. Yeah, and after we finished, I had the chance to show the film to some refugees I know that had been through this, and it was really tense for me. It was a tense way for me to have their feedback, because I was so scared that if I did something wrong, or say something wrong, I don't know. And they really liked. I don't know if it is possible to say liked it, but they approved it, let's say.
Right.
And they said that it is really represents what's happening, and it was a relief for me as a director. Of course, not as a story wise, but as a director, it really was a big relief for me.
Oh, good, good. Yeah, that was my question I had. How do people respond to the film? But that's good. I could see people responding with approval, because you were very sincere in telling the story. You weren't trying to make it like gory or anything. You just wanted to tell something that could happen.
Yeah. Also, another thing I was so sensitive was that I didn't want to tell the story from a refugee's point of view, because
Right.
I don't have that right to do. I can't talk on behalf of them. I shouldn't, I think. So when I wanted to tell this story, this was a difficulty for me. So I thought, okay, how can I do that? Because I really like, the ones who can tell this story is them. So one day I really hope they will have this chance to tell their own stories. But I really wanted to say something about it, because it's happening here now. So that's why this is the Yusuf story. This is the truck driver story, because this is where we stand as the other people. So we are just outside of this story, watching, sometimes getting involved by taking these people from here to there. So that's why I wanted to tell from that point of view.
Right. Well, it was well done, very concise, and suspenseful. I can't believe the suspense you put in there, especially the part when the authority went to the back of the truck, and I was wondering if he was going to discover the people or not. And so you just had a nice curve about the film, keeping our interest in such a short period of time. Congratulations
Thank you.
on that.
Thank you.
Oh, finally, what's next for you? What can we expect to see from you in the near future?
So I was making a trilogy. I finished 2 of the films of that trilogy. So the third film will come, a third short film about fate and choices again, but it's a tragicomedic series, let's say. And after that, I'm thinking about. I mean, I wrote a feature film script. So, but I mean, I don't know if in these pandemic times what's going to happen in that long period of time. So in short period of time, there will be a new short film coming.
Well, we look forward to it. If it's anything like The Delivery, we are in for a treat.
Oh, thank you.
And we were talking to Doğuş Özokutan, the director of Delivery. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. And thank you to our audience for taking the time for tuning in to this important and invigorating conversation. For more information about the current 45th Cleveland International Film Festival and any upcoming film festivals, please continue to follow us on social media or visit clevelandfilm.org. I'm Eric Siler. Thank you.